In the heart of the Syrian desert, where shifting sands met ancient trade routes, lay the magnificent city of Palmyra. A crossroads of empires, it thrived on silk and spice, its grandeur rivaling even Rome. But as the 3rd century dawned, this jewel of the East found itself precariously positioned between two mighty powers, the sprawling Roman Empire to the west and the ambitious Sasanian Persians to the east. It was here, in this city of paradoxes, that a legend would rise.
Born to a noble Palmyrene family, Zenobia was no ordinary woman. From a young age, she displayed an intellect that far surpassed her peers. She mastered Greek, Latin, and Egyptian, studied philosophy, and devoured histories of great conquerors. But beyond scholarly pursuits, she was also trained in the arts of the warrior, learning to ride and hunt with skill, preparing her for a destiny she could scarcely imagine.
Her path intertwined with that of Odenathus, the most powerful man in Palmyra, a brilliant military commander and shrewd politician. Odenathus was recognized by Rome as their client king, tasked with protecting the eastern frontier. Their marriage formed a formidable alliance, blending Zenobia's intellect and ambition with Odenathus' military prowess. Together, they would navigate the treacherous currents of regional power. The Roman Empire, meanwhile, was reeling. The 3rd century was a period of unprecedented crisis, marked by barbarian invasions, economic collapse, and a rapid succession of emperors, many of whom met violent ends. The vast empire was fracturing, leaving its distant provinces, like Palmyra, increasingly isolated and vulnerable, particularly to the ever-present threat of Sasanian Persia. It was Odenathus who stepped into this power vacuum. As Roman authority waned, he took up the fight against the Sasanian Persians, who had humiliated Rome by capturing Emperor Valerian. Leading his Palmyrene legions, Odenathus launched daring campaigns deep into Persian territory, securing vital victories that not only defended Palmyra, but also restored some measure of Roman prestige in the east. He was hailed as a savior. The Assassination. But in 267 AD, tragedy struck. Odenathus, along with his eldest son, was assassinated under mysterious circumstances, possibly by a jealous relative or even with a subtle Roman hand. The sudden death of Palmyra's strongman left a gaping void. The future of the desert kingdom, and indeed the entire Roman East, hung precariously in the balance. With her young son, Odenathus, too young to rule, Zenobia seized the reins of power. She declared herself regent, but swiftly established herself as the undisputed sovereign of Palmyra. This was no meek regent. This was a woman of extraordinary will who believed herself destined for greatness and saw in Rome's weakness an unparalleled opportunity. Zenobia wasted no time. Leveraging Palmyra's seasoned army and Odenathus' loyal generals, she embarked on a breathtaking campaign of conquest. In a series of swift and decisive moves, her legions swept through the Roman East, seizing Syria, Judea, and then, most crucially, the rich grain basket of Egypt. Her empire grew at an astonishing pace, stretching from Ankara to Alexandria. No longer content to be a mere client queen, Zenobia began to assert her full independence. Coins were minted with her own image, and she adopted the title of Augusta, a direct challenge to Roman imperial authority. She cultivated a court of scholars and philosophers,
projecting an image of both military might and cultural sophistication. Palmyra was not just a city, it was now the heart of a rival empire. But Rome was not entirely helpless. From the depths of the crisis, a new emperor emerged, Aurelian. A seasoned warrior and brilliant strategist, Aurelian was determined to reunite the fractured empire. He had already driven back barbarian invaders and restored order in the west. Now his gaze turned eastward to the ambitious queen who dared to defy Roman might. In 272 AD, Aurelian led his veteran legions eastward. It was a perilous march, crossing vast distances and confronting local resistance. But the emperor's resolve was absolute. He had one goal: to reclaim the lost provinces and bring the upstart Palmyrene Empire to its knees. The stage was set for an epic confrontation between two titans. The first major clash came at Emesa, near Antioch. Zenobia's formidable heavy cavalry, the Cataphracts, initially pushed back the Roman forces, but Aurelian, a master tactician, feigned a retreat, drawing the exhausted Palmyrene cavalry into a trap. His lighter, more agile forces then surrounded and decimated them, inflicting a severe defeat on Zenobia's army. Despite the setback at Emesa, Zenobia regrouped and prepared to defend the vital city of Antioch. Aurelian's legions laid siege, but the queen was determined to hold her ground. The fighting was fierce, a testament to both Roman tenacity and Palmyrene resilience. However, the relentless Roman war machine proved too powerful to resist indefinitely. Facing overwhelming Roman pressure, Zenobia made a strategic retreat to Emesa, a city with a larger garrison and stronger defenses. She knew that to save her empire, she needed to conserve her forces and choose her ground carefully. It was a difficult decision, but one born of a warrior's pragmatism. At Emesa, the two empires collided in a decisive battle. Zenobia once again deployed her powerful cavalry, hoping to break the Roman lines. But Aurelian's legions, battle-hardened and disciplined, held firm. After a grueling and bloody struggle, the Palmyrene forces were finally broken. It was a crushing defeat, marking the end of Zenobia's open-field resistance. With her field army shattered, Zenobia retreated to her magnificent capital, Palmyra. The Romans followed, laying siege to the desert jewel. Aurelian, facing fierce Palmyrene resistance and the challenges of desert warfare, offered Zenobia generous terms of surrender. But the proud queen refused, believing her fortified city could withstand the onslaught. As the siege dragged on, and with no hope of relief, Zenobia made a desperate attempt to escape. She hoped to reach Persia to rally new allies and continue the fight. Under the cloak of night, she slipped out of the besieged city, riding a swift dromedary, aiming for the safety of the Euphrates. But fate had other plans. Her flight was discovered. Roman patrols, ever vigilant, intercepted her just as she neared the Euphrates. The warrior queen, who had defied Rome for years, was finally captured. The news reverberated across the empire. The Queen of the East was a prisoner, and her grand ambition had met its end. In Rome, Aurelian celebrated a magnificent triumph, the likes of which had not been seen in decades. Among the spoils of war and exotic animals marched the captive Zenobia, adorned in golden chains. She walked with her head held high, a testament to her unconquerable spirit, even in the face of ultimate defeat.
Zenobia's ultimate fate remains debated by historians, but most accounts suggest she lived out her days in honorable exile in a Roman villa. Her empire may have fallen, but her story of a brilliant and courageous woman who dared to challenge the mightiest empire of her time lived on. Zenobia, the Warrior Queen of Palmyra, forever etched her name into the annals of history, a symbol of ambition, defiance, and enduring female power.